Hello everyone, my name is HelemAlejandro, and this time I'll explain you the differences between two ways of speaking English, the American and the British English. This presentation includes vocabulary, word structures, pronunciation, and then I'm going to mention some cultural facts of the American and the British people, because it defines how different their lifestyles are. With all of this said, let's get started. Vocabulary. First of all, if we want to travel to Europe, we need to know that there are some things or objects that are called totally different from what we know they are called in America. So even if British people can understand what we want to say, it'll be better for us and for them that we go prepared to understand what they want to tell us. We are going to see some pictures. I'll read how they are called first in America and then in British English as soon as they appear. Eggplant, aubergine. Movie, film. Garbage, rubbish. Cookie, biscuit. Elevator, lift. Potato chips, crisps. Sometimes the wrong use of these words can lead to misunderstandings. So if we have to use them, we need to make sure that we are using them in the right place and be aware of who we are talking to facilitate the communication. Word structures. Now, let's see a structure that helps us to identify whether it is American or British English. When we talk about possession, relationships, or illnesses, among others, we say in America, in American English, that we have something, which is different in Britain because they say, I have got something. So, we can change have for have got, and it'll mean totally the same. But we cannot change it in every single situation, for we have rules. We cannot change have for have got when the sentence is in past or when we are referring to the meaning eating with the word have. This structure, with its rules, is applicable to questions too, and there are different ways to do it. So, here are some examples. Do you have any questions? Have you got any questions? Have you any questions? All of these ones are valid, but the last one is not very common, just to mention it. Let's move on to the pronunciation. I've divided this topic into 5 parts, trying to describe how different are one way to speak from the other. Number 1. Where we put the stress. In American English, we are used to say these words in a certain way. But if we want to change our accent and sound more British, sometimes it'll be so simple that the only thing we need to do is to change the stressed syllable. For example, I have these words on the screen and I'll pronounce it as in American English first and then as in British English. Adult, adult. Ballet, ballet. Brochure, brochure. Vaccine, vaccine. Advertisement, advertisement. Hospitable, hospitable. Number 2. The sound of the R. The same as before, the accent we can use can completely change just with a modification in the R sound. For example, card, Top. Where. Where. Ear. Ear. Pure. Pure. More. More. Chair. Chair. Bar. Bar. Number 3. The sound of the A. The A sounds different because in American it sounds more like a smiley A, while in British it is more like we have to round more our mouth. So here we have some examples. First American and then British. Bath. Bath. Love. Love. Class. Close. Chance. Chance. Ask. Ask. Can't. Can't. Example. Example. Number 4. How the ending "isation" is pronounced. We can say in American English civilization, while in British English we say civilization. Organization, organization. Authorization, authorization, authorization. Globalization, globalization. Number 5. The sound of the letter T. In American, the T sounds more like an R, but in British, it is a hard T. Better, better. Water, water. Hater, hated. Riding, riding. Bottom, bottom. Native, native. Artificial, artificial. Notice, notice. These ones were some of the differences we can find in the pronunciation, but they are not the only ones. Cultural facts that we can find between the people from America and the people from Britain. Number 1. In Britain, the police don't carry guns, while in America, it is very common for the police to carry them in order to defend themselves from the criminals. Number 2. While in America it is very normal to talk to strangers, British people do not make small talk with anybody that they don't know. Actually, they consider rude. Number 3. In Britain, there are only 3 main fast food restaurants, and those are McDonald's, Subway, Burger King, and occasional KFC. On the other hand, Americans are fast food lovers, and they have so many options to choose whichever they prefer. Number 4. Only British people will only use a knife and a fork to eat their dinner. Some even eat the ribs and burgers with a knife and a fork. But the Americans don't like to do that. Number 5. The date in Britain is written the opposite way around. Day, month, and year. When in America it is written year, month, and day. 6. If you watch TV in Britain, you must pay a monthly bill for your TV. It's called a TV license, a bill that doesn't exist in America. 7. The last thing is that health care is totally free in Britain. To end this video, I want to tell you I prefer the American because it is easier to understand, but I have to say that I love how Britons sound. And well, this is all the information that I have for you, and I'm glad you are listening to this up to here. See you!